as government, as the ministry, we are looking at how much we have produced in order to see our food security status. Certainly, we are counting what we have produced, which those figures are going to be announced soon. And then we also have what the private sector is bringing in, whose figures we also know. We also are aware of what is the stock holding in our grain silos, which is around 134,000 metric tons for maize and about 46,000 for traditional grains. So when we bring that together, we are able to then see how much is in our country. Obviously, it's not enough in terms of what we would require as a country, but we are also looking at the strategy of how we then navigate to the next harvest. So basically there are four things that we should look at: how much we have produced this season, how much we are stock holding as government, and how much is the stock holding in the private sector, and more importantly, how much we're going to be producing, particularly this winter, because that will help a lot in terms of what wheat we get, which will also add into onto the food security arena. The decision, obviously, for government to import by itself will be made. It's when the president declares a state of disaster, it ceases to be the Ministry of Agriculture's responsibility alone. In fact, the Civil Protection Unit is activated to ensure that any affected people, any affected sectors are taken care of. So that decision for importation is yet to be made, importation by government, that is. So we have a strategy which really involves these four factors that I have alluded to. What we have produced this season, which is not enough, what we are stock holding in GMB, what is being imported by the private sector, and also our winter wheat production strategy before we talk about government importing. 120,000 hectares of wheat for this particular season. It's a tall order, but we did 80,000 in 2022, we did 90,192 in 2023, and we know that there is 137,000 hectares available for irrigation this winter season. We are targeting 120,000 to put to winter wheat. The importance for this particular winter wheat season is really that it is a key food security thrust that we must get. So if we do this well, we are able to avert the waste of hunger that might happen on account that winter wheat is not affected by climate change. It's affected by availability of water, yes, but at least if the water, where there is the water and where there is irrigable land, we then climate proof. So we are encouraging all farmers to really go in, if they can, to put in winter wheat this season. We have divided, as usual, our production into programs. So we have the private contractors, FCCA, who are targeting to produce 25,000 hectares. We have the NIAPS program, the former command program, which is producing under AFC 16,000 and 15,000 for CBZ. We have NMB Bank, which is also putting a further 25,000. Then we have ADA, who are targeting 60,000 hectares. And we know that when we also have the government supported program, the small farmers, 3 hectares and below, who are, I think about 5,000 hectares, who are putting under winter wheat. So all those different programs are active at the moment, recruiting farmers, registering farmers, and ensuring that farmers plant. Already we have seen over 1,000 that has been planted already in the low-lying areas. So we expect this to quicken as we go into May. Our planting window for winter wheat ends on 30 May, and farmers 31 May, and farmers must be aware of these dates because it's critical that all wheat is planted by 31 May. Beyond that, we start suffering from low yield and low productivity. So we are encouraging farmers everywhere under these programs to approach their banks, to approach their programs, and ensure that they prepare to plant. And in fact, they should start to plant, especially on the advice of the extension officers. By 31 May, all wheat must be planted.